So one of the reasons our sail down from Jan Mayen to Iceland was so slow is because we couldn't actually fly our spinnaker. A lot of it was sort of beam reaching and behind the beam, so we could have in light wind, but unfortunately it got really tangled up around the torsion line and got like back twisted somehow on itself. And I spent a while on deck trying to sort it out, but it was just too difficult to do at sea. So now that we have this nice big parking lot beside us, we're gonna open this up and try to sort out what happened so that we can fly it again on our next sail. The reason that it did that was because the spinnaker is a little bit too small for our boat. It was designed to be in a sock, and it's about 2 meters too short, so the bottom starts twisting sooner than it should. Anyway, it's a bit complicated, but hopefully we'll be able to sort it out. It's a pretty big mess. The problem was, so the spinnaker that we have set up on a top-down furler. So when you start rolling it up, the top starts spinning, and at some point the bottom starts spinning, and then it rolls up just like a normal like head sail. But somewhere along the line, when we were trying to unroll it or roll it, it was unrolling the top, but rolling back up the bottom. So at some point it kind of got like caught on itself. And so like the more we unrolled it, the top would come undone and the bottom would roll up, and it was just a total mess, and it was completely bound up and we couldn't sort it out offshore. But now it's good. We just sort of unrolled it in the parking lot, rehoisted it, rolled it back up again. It's also kind of on the end of its useful life. So at some point in the next year or so, we'll probably upgrade and this problem will be sorted. But in the meantime, we'll just continue to be extra careful when we're unrolling it. And hopefully we can like not have that happen again. When the wind's really light, it's kind of the only way we can keep our boat moving.
Well, today we are taking a bit of a stroll. We are hiking up the hill to a little monument over there. It's called the Arctic Henge. It's similar idea as a Stonehenge in, I think, Wales, where it's built to be a giant sundial. Only this monument is actually very modern. It was built, I think, in 2004 and is still under construction. Took the inspiration, oh, now I'm in the shade. They took the inspiration from, and now I'm not in the shade. The idea of behind it was taken from an old Norse mythology where there's a bunch of dwarves that come together and they tell the time. So it's right uphill from the marina and it looks pretty cool. what do you think about this giant clock?
I think it's pretty cool. It's big. We saw a little model of it, of what it's sort of supposed to look like when it's all completed in who knows how long amount of time. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's nice that it's up on the hill. You get a really cool view from up here. Between you and me, nothing against Iceland or whoever built this, but I was kind of expecting it to be like a bit better masons together, like a cathedral or like older stoneworks, but it is sort of rough cut and concreted together, which is still cool and it still looks cool, but yeah, just interesting. I was kind of expecting it to be like sort of perfectly matched like some of the older stone constructions in the world. It's pretty though. We got here right at sunset too. It's beautiful.
Today is a beautiful sunny day here in Iceland, and we are about to sail 200 miles to an anchorage just off the tip of the northern west side of Iceland. Everything is ready on the boat and we're about to sail out of here.
Hey, I just wanna be close to you, watching stars, think I miss that.
So it seems like there's this layer of fog that sits right in front of the north coast of Iceland, and as soon as we left the bay, we just got into fog, and now we have very, very little visibility.
Quarter mile and less.
Yeah, just a couple hundred meters maybe.
10 boat lengths, 8 boat
10
lengths.
boat lengths.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but it doesn't feel like it ever goes away. It just sits there, and from time to time it goes into land and then breathes back out into the ocean, and it comes back into land, kind of like the tide.
It's thick, like our visibility is terrible, but it's not very tall. Like you can see blue skies above, but we can only see maybe 200 meters to either side of the boat. It's kind of nuts. It's the same fog we were sailing in all the way down from Jan Mayen.
Yeah.
It just covers the whole North Sea right now.
Yeah, it's really cool actually. There's something quite fun. I don't know if fun is the right word.
I like sailing
about
in fog.
sailing in the fog.
It's cool.
Which, I mean, we're not worried at all. We have all of the things we need to see in the fog.
Radar and AIS. All right, we've turned downwind. We've got 12 knots true, so only about 8 knots apparent. Time to put the spinnaker out. We haven't had it out in a while.
Hopefully it works.
Hopefully all that work we just did to re-spool it.
At some point I'm gonna have to like lock the port side. Yeah, so I guess it all worked out. I am glad. We are sailing right past the northernmost lighthouse in mainland Iceland. It's less than a mile away.
It's like half a mile away. It's right behind us.
It's half a mile away only. Can't see anything because it's foggy. So yeah, we're sailing along the coast and we cannot see the coast.
Coast in air quotes. We're sailing along the coast. Apparently.
Exactly. Apparently. You can't see anything.
I'm glad it was sunny the last 2 days. Oh, we're at the dock at least. Otherwise, we wouldn't even know we're here.
No, I think it's ridiculous because, yeah, you think it's foggy the entire coast, but on land, it's probably still super sunny.
Mm-hmm.
that sunshine. It feels so nice. We are officially out of the fog now, which means that we get to enjoy the beautiful scenery as we sail along the coast of Iceland, finally. And the wind also picked up a little bit, so we now have the head sail out, but it is such a lovely sail today, and I am really excited for sunset because we haven't seen one of those in a very long time.
Check out the sunrise, it's absolutely magnificent this morning. I've seen a million of them and haven't gotten tired of them. They're all beautiful and they're all magnificent. And it's the start of a new day. We are 100 miles away from our anchorage, which means we should be getting there sometime around midnight tonight. The wind's still doing really, really good and just cruising right along. The wind shifted like 4 degrees. It's incredibly concerning.
Is it my turn for bed now?
Yeah, you
I
can go
can
to
go
bed
to bed
now.
and I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm awake. I can stay awake for a while.
Whoa.
What? Dolphins?
I just saw it.
Ooh, yeah,
that
he
way.
just showed up right there.
Yeah. Whoa. He's not like jumping, he's just like, Good night.
Bye.
Or good morning, I don't know.
Good morning. Good night to
I'm
you.
glad
Good
we're not in the
morning
fog
to me.
anymore. Iceland looks pretty lately.
This is the weirdest thing. This is so funny. I swear, in all of our years of sailing, I've never seen a dolphin do this before. He just comes and just splash, splash, splash. Wow, this is ridiculous. I am taking the sunrise watch, which is magical. It is really pretty out here. In a few hours we'll need to jibe and then we'll be heading into our anchorage. It's been a really nice sail. A little bit rolly at times, but it's not too cold. It's not foggy anymore. And it's just beautiful. Well, looks like the fog finally caught up to us. The sunshine was nice while it lasted, and now you can't even see in front of the boat. It is ridiculously foggy. So thick. It's crazy how fast it rolled up too, because you could see the layer of fog in the distance, and then next thing you know, it gets a little bit closer, and then next thing you know, boom, is just there. So now we are in it. Hopefully it will not last too long, and within the next couple of hours we will leave the fog behind again, and we'll be able to get into the anchorage. But we are still 20 miles off shore, so I think once we get closer to the coast it will clear up, hopefully. But in the meantime, you can't see anything. Like, you can barely see in front of the boat.
Well, for the past 6 to 8 hours, we've been sailing in complete fog. We've had maybe 100 meters of visibility, and we've been slowly making our way around the northern tip, the northwest tip of Iceland in total fog. And now the sun started to go down, and it started to get dark, and we were still in the fog, and we were only about a mile off the lighthouse, and we couldn't see anything. And our radar's on, AIS is on, and our charts we know are pretty accurate, so we still felt comfortable going into our anchorage. But just as we started to round the cape, all of a sudden we sailed out of the front edge of the fog wall, and it's just boom, Iceland right in front of us. And there's just enough light now. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and so the sun is sort of at its lowest. It's slowly starting to rise up behind us, and it's absolutely beautiful. And you can see the tip of the island, and you can see our anchorage, and you can see the fog behind us too, which is really cool. Yeah, the waves are coming from the right direction, and the wind is coming from the right direction for the next 2 days to make this a really good anchorage. So we are gonna pull over and anchor and get some sleep and explore this place tomorrow. It should be magnificent when the sun comes back up.